Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of digital fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn, and this is episode 2 of Shake the Salt, my weekly video series on things that frustrate the hell out of me in Magic the Gathering, and specifically in MTG Arena typically, but in Magic the Gathering as a whole. And this week, I want to talk about some news that just dropped, kind of a bombshell. The fact that draft packs are no more. They're dead. With the release of the very first expansion coming in 2024, Murders at Karlov Manor, we're going to see draft packs and set packs go away and be replaced by one new pack that will be sort of a combination of both that they're calling the play pack. Collector's packs are going to stay. It's important to note that. They're going nowhere. They're not changing those. Those are staying exactly the same. But the way that they're framing this announcement seems slightly disingenuous to me, and it raises a lot of concerns. So, first of all, let's talk about what this draft pack, set pack replacement, the play pack, is going to look like. So I'm going to bring up an image really quick on the screen right now. Now, as you can see, this is their attempt at making a set pack, draft pack hybrid that can perform both roles. So we have less commons, the ability to get up to 4 rares or mythic rares, the chance for an add, a token, the chance at extra foils, and the chance at a card from the list, and that carries over from the set pack. But then they're taking away the fact that the commons and uncommons are themed around the same archetype or color, and they're also making it so that some of those cards are a chance to get them instead of always getting them, such as the add, the token, the art card, all kind of taking up that same slot. So you're either getting an art card, or you're getting a token, or you're getting one of these other cards, and not all of them in the same pack. They're trying to find a nice middle ground here. There is 1 card less than the amount of playable cards that you'd normally get in a draft pack, being at 14 including the land, when normally a draft pack is at 14 and then also the common land on top of that. So we will have 1 less card when drafting, but other than that, color-wise, balance-wise, these packs are supposed to be draftable, while still almost giving you everything you've come to expect in a set pack. Now these packs are going to be priced roughly the same as a set pack and not a draft pack, so that does mean that the price of drafting is going to go up, and this will be your only way, your only choice when it comes to playing limited in Murders at Karlov Manor and on for every set after this, unless they somehow make another change down the line. So if you want to draft, the only way to do it is with these new draft packs. And that leads to what I really think is going on here, and I kind of want to explain this in a way that functionally it will work for you and not necessarily in the way that Wizards is trying to sugarcoat it. Now, the way Wizards is spinning this, they want us to think of this new play pack as a draft pack with more bang for your buck. You're still drafting it, but you get more in the pack. And that would be fine, except the pack also costs more. It's going to cost the same as set packs used to cost, which were a little bit more than draft packs. I don't remember off the top of my head what the difference is. I know draft packs tend to retail for $3.99 USD. I'm not sure what set packs retail for. If you happen to know that information, please comment it below. But I know that set packs are a little bit more costly than draft packs, and that these new play packs are going to cost the same as set packs always have. So drafting with three of these new play packs is going to cost more than drafting used to cost with draft packs. Also, the format is going to be heavily skewed towards bombs. Now, in the past, I've had a problem with, it seems like over the last year, almost every set has done this, these bonus sheets that are included in a normal standard set in the normal draft packs, where it's a very powerful card from Magic's history that's reprinted, and it's an extra card in the pack that's on the same level power-wise as the normal rare or mythic you would get in that pack. So with Eldraine, they did an enchantment bonus sheet. With Brothers War, they did an artifacts bonus sheet. And these cards tend to make it feel like there's 2 balmy, rare-ish feeling cards in each pack, which means overall when you're drafting them, it feels like every player's getting double the bombs, double the rares, even though some of these other bonus sheet cards are uncommons. Those uncommons are older uncommons that actually power level wise feel kind of in line with today's rares, or closer to it at least, definitely more powerful than your normal uncommons. So it feels like when you're drafting these sets with these bonus sheets, you're actually getting double the amount of rares in everyone's card pool. Every player's winding up with decks with double the amount of bombs, and then the whole format feels way more bomb dependent than it ever has. And what I love about Limited typically is the fact that it's a format for someone where the skill lies in trying to make lemonade out of lemons. You can take cards that aren't that great, that are suboptimal, and if you're good at taking those cards and learning how to get the absolute most potential out of them and make something out of nothing, so to speak, and you're better at doing that than your opponents are, a lot of times you can shine in Limited and have an edge over your opponent. You know, being able to prioritize synergies between cards and archetypes rather than just the pure power level of, oh, I got good card is good, let's just play it and win if we get it. That seems less interesting to me. And I feel like that's what really sets Limited apart at the end of the day from Constructed anyway, is it relies on a completely different skill set of having to try to figure out how to get the most value out of less than desirable cards, more so than your opponent can. And I've always found that very fun. But when you have a bomb-heavy format where the bombs matter more and the bombs are coming up more often, what ends up happening is it's whoever gets their bomb first wins. You know, and it makes it less fun. It gives less of an ability to dictate how the game's going to turn out due to good decision making, and those other skill sets that have to do with those synergies and such. And I feel like that's what Limited's strong point is. So I feel like having a very bomb heavy Limited environment is kind of counterproductive to what Limited is supposed to be to begin with. So now, not only are we going to have more bombs in Limited because we have the chance at up to 4 rares or mythics in a single pack here, but also we've only got 6 commons. So even some of those cards that aren't actually turning up as rares in these new play packs when you're drafting them, more consistently they're at least going to turn up as uncommons than commons. So not only are we skewed towards bombs, we're also just skewed towards higher card value in particular, just in general. So we're going to have less commons making the cut in our decks because there's less commons to even draft. And all of the decks are going to be on a much, much higher power level than what they would normally be at. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot worse than even these bonus sheets have done to us in the past. So it's going to be really hard to draft and put those same skills of making lemonade out of lemons, you know, taking these less than optimal cards and figuring out how to use them well. It's going to take less of that and a lot more just like play all your best cards, hope you get them before your opponent. And what's even more concerning about this is when reading the article from Wizard's site about this new implementation and about these new play packs, they specifically said, and I'm going to pull this quote up on the screen real quick, they specifically said that they've actually readjusted the way that they build these sets with this change in mind. And the example that they gave is the fact that there's going to be a lot more removal of higher quality at the common and uncommon level in order to help mitigate the fact that there's going to be a lot more bombs in Limited. So on first glance, this seems like it might be a good thing, but I think it even digs the hole deeper. So not only is it going to be super bomb heavy, but now you don't even have to worry about getting your high quality removal. The high quality removal is going to be so plentiful at common and uncommon that you don't have to prioritize taking it high. You're going to end up with a good amount of removal in your deck regardless, and that's just going to be problematic. Being able to focus on drafting the bombs and then just picking up a bunch of removal in your later picks, your deck is going to be insanely powerful. Everyone's deck is going to be insanely powerful, and it's just going to get further and further and further away from what makes Limited special. and the ability to use less than optimal cards to win the day by making better decisions than your opponent and being better at how to combine certain cards with other cards in your deck in order to play into an archetype or into those synergies. So I think draft is going to be really problematic, and they're trying to spin this like, oh, this is just a draft pack with all this extra cool stuff in line with a set pack, so that people that want to just buy packs are getting more, but we can still draft with these packs. But really, at the end of the day, what I feel like they did here is they took a set pack and they did what the bare essentials necessary to just barely make it balanced in a limited environment so it could be drafted while still being as close to a set pack as possible. And I think the reason they did this is because they stated that set packs sell way better than draft packs, in particular to people that aren't worried about playing limited with them. Set packs sell way better than draft packs, and they want to keep those sales coming. But the problem is draft packs are being bought to a way less extent than set packs. So we're having problems with LGSs running out of stock of one or the other. And I guess it's becoming a huge problem. The whole reason this change was necessitated is because they can't seem to figure out how to keep the right inventory in stock at the right LGSs. So some places are running out of draft packs and have a bunch of set packs they can't sell. Other places have a bunch of set packs that they run out of, and then there's a bunch of draft packs that they can't sell. And it really depends on your situation from store to store. But I want to take a step back real quick. If set packs are causing there to be a problem with the ability to properly keep draft packs in stock at LGSs for drafts, and they've already stated that limited being a thing needs to continue. It's crucial for the health of the game. Drafting needs to stay where it's at. It needs to be a part of Magic that they keep pushing moving forward. Why not just get rid of set packs at all? Why did they even implement them to begin with? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. The whole reason that they started using set packs was another way to try to sell cards to people at a higher skew. But if it's impacting and making problems for draft packs because you have two different packs, they could just go back to only having draft packs. It's not like people that want to buy packs or people that want to buy a box of packs are going to not buy those packs now because they can't get set packs. Like, they'll go back to doing what they used to do before set packs exist. They would just buy a booster box of draft packs. They would just buy however many draft packs. They're only buying the set packs because they have the opportunity to. And granted, people might like it more and feel like they're getting more bang for their buck. And there are some people out there that might be bummed out about it. But when it comes to the health of the game and making sure they can keep draft packs in stock for drafts so that they can keep pushing limited moving forward, it doesn't make any sense to me that they would try and really screw with the balance of limited by making this weird in-between pack. Why don't they just come full circle, get rid of set packs, go back to just draft packs, and everyone's going to buy whatever's available. And then the thing that's available you can use for any draft you want without the balancing issues, and you're fine. Instead, they're going to dig their hole deeper. It's going to be kind of crazy. It's super problematic, I think. I'm interested in hearing what you think. So let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you think this is a problem? Or are you one of those guys out there that really loves your set packs, doesn't want to see the set pack go away, and maybe has a perspective I haven't taken into account on why something like that needs to exist? Because I feel like you've already got collector's packs. They're not going anywhere. So why do you have to have this pack in between that's, you know, more valuable than a draft pack, less valuable than a collector's pack, but you can't draft it? just seems weird to me, but let me know in the comments below if you think differently, because I'm super interested in finding out. Also, make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative. We could really use the help getting to 3,000 subscribers, and make sure to catch me live over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/quarantinedcapricorn, because if I'm alive and I'm breathing, I'm there and I'm streaming. Until next time, keep shaking that salt. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck text, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.